welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing and trying out Arteza Gouache for the first time. I bought the 24 set instead of the 60 just in case I didn't like it, but I'm also just a beginner, so I didn't really want to waste my money on the 60 set just in case I didn't like the product. So yeah, anyways, here I am swatching some colors on a piece of paper, and I swatched them first with water like you would do with watercolor, and then I did it just with nothing, just like the pure gouache, no water added to it. And I will say it is kind of, I feel like for me as a beginner it would be hard for me just to use the gouache without water, because I have practiced more with water. Here I am comparing the swatches with the colors in the box. Mint yellow and lemon yellow are a little bit different than what they show on the tube and the box set. Here I am putting the names near the swatches, so for future reference, when I want to paint something, I know exactly what the color looks like compared to the tubes that never are accurate. So anyways, what I decided to do, I decided to take a reference picture, as you can see here, from a show anime that I watched called Given. It's one of my favorites, and I decided to draw that in my own style, of course, because I literally could not copy the actual thing because I'm not that talented. But I decided to use some colors, with the scheme of the picture. I'm using mid-yellow, I'm using a scarlet red, I'm using light apricot, and I'm using yellow orchid. I think that's what it's called. I don't know if I'm saying it right because I don't speak, I speak Spanish, so my English sucks kind of sometimes. So yeah, and I'm adding a little bit more swatches there, and I think I'm using burnt sienna. I'm really bad at these names, but anyways, so I will say the first thing I noticed about gouache was it does dry a little bit quicker, but you can still reactivate it when you have water on your brush. So that was really fun for me because I love watercolor, but it's so not fast drying. So I'm very impatient as well as a person. So, because I really want to I love painting and I love getting stuff done. So it's really hard for me for watercolor to be patient with that, because you need some patience with watercolor and to wait till it dries or whatever. But yeah, that's what I noticed about gouache compared to watercolor. Another thing that I noticed about gouache is that when you have a layer already down, all dried and everything, and you add another thing on top of it, it will blend very easily. It will not damage it at all. I'm still having a hard time with less water as a beginner. I still need to learn about that, but I will say this: I do like the way that it mixes, and I like the way that you can reactivate it. If you're, say you have a little palette and you put a bunch of little dollops, I don't even know if that's right, of the little color from the tubes, and if those are dry, you can reactivate them with just water, which is really cool because gouache is kind of just watercolor with acrylic basically. But with acrylic you can't really activate the paint that you already used because it just dries up. But that's why I like this so much. I also like the colors from this set. It was really, I don't know, I just really liked it. The only thing I kind of noticed is that there were some colors, there's two greens that kind of looked similar, but maybe it's because I used too much white, not too much white, too much water on them, but I'm not 100% sure. I've only been using the colors that are on my palette right now, as you can see on the little plastic thing. I have not touched any other color. I'm still learning, so this is just from a beginner, my opinion on the Arteza Gouache. But I will say I don't regret buying it. I really, really like it. If you add more water, it gets a little bit lighter. But white, of course, does help. Also, one thing about the Arteza Gouache set, it does come with 2 whites. One is titanium white and the other one is just white. I like that about that, because white, you know, we all use white too much, you know, like especially with paint, because like either like you lighten something up, or you know, it's just white goes not a long way. It goes by fast, like really quickly. So I did notice, I think, I'm not sure, I have to check the Arteza website again, but I think that you're not able to buy single tubes. I don't think they do that. Maybe they will in the future. I'm not 100% sure. So that's the sucky part about that. But I'm not sure, so I'll have to check that in. I'll leave an answer to that down in my description below. But yeah, so here you can see me having some struggle with the darker colors, like the more reddish embers. Like it was just hard. Like I could not get it to blend. So what I ended up doing was like using a lot of white and yellow to try to like blend it in. So sorry, I'm like really bad. This is my first time doing like a voiceover, so hopefully you guys aren't triggered or anything. Also, if you do notice, I am using a water brush. It's from my Winsor Newton watercolors that my friend gave me. Thank God for my friend, because I mean, I would have bought a own, but like she bought it for my birthday, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I like died when I opened the present. I was like, girl, my heart. But anyways, back to this. Yeah, so oh my god, black. Black is always a scary color to use in any painting because you don't want to ruin it. But yeah, so anyways, let me talk more about Arteza. My down, like just like full on, like I do recommend it. It's like not that expensive. You get 24. I bought it on sale. I think it was like $20.99, but with tax it was like $23. It normally goes for $26.99. So that's just for you to know if you want to buy it or not. I highly recommend this for anyone who is starting, even people who already know gouache. I feel like it's a good paint. I like it. Also, about the finish of the painting, it is matte, so have that in mind. I like that aspect of it, so I don't really mind it. But here you can see I'm like going back after like it dried a little bit. Oh, so I drew another scene. I'm really practicing my art a lot during quarantine. I love art since I was like really little, but I just never thought I was good enough, and so I never like would try. But I have friends now that support me with it, so it's really nice. But it's this product, Arteza Gouache, is really good. I highly recommend it. If you're a beginner, really good to work with. It dries faster than watercolor, and I don't know, it's just a really good product in my opinion, and I really like it, and maybe in the future I can get the 61. But yeah, so I highly recommend it. It's really good, and I hope you enjoyed this video and my first voiceover. I feel like I like probably triggered myself and probably you guys or something, I don't really know. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Do like and subscribe, please leave a comment if you want. So yeah, highly recommend watching the anime show called Given. It's really emotional, and it does mention a little bit of suicide, so I will warn you on that if you are sensitive to that. But yeah, highly recommend. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, have a good night. See you later, guys.